Hi, good evening. My name is Briar Rose and I live in India, but I used to live in Bangladesh for a very long time. And I'm here to talk about racism, an incident that happened with me, and events that led after that. So let me start by telling you what actually happened. One of the leading ad agencies, Asiatic JWT, which is an affiliate of JWT Worldwide, definitely. Anyway, so one of their art directors made an internal picture of the Last Supper with all their colleagues and all. Now, what I want to say is that if that is an internal joke, it's okay. And I was not offended by the picture. Frankly speaking, I was really not offended by the picture. But what I was offended by was in a country like Bangladesh where free thinkers are murdered, Hindu houses are burned, Buddhist houses are burned, Christians are called infidels. Why is it so easy for them to poke fun and humor at somebody else's religion? Why? In a democracy, the idea of democracy is very simple. It's either all or none. You cannot handpick which religion you want to mock. Simple as that. Anyhow, I was not offended by the picture, but I did make a comment on the original post saying that this is offensive to think of the double standard applied by the so-called artist here. Would he have ever dared to do it with Islam? No, never. Because he knows he would have to face the criticism that he can't handle. So he chose Christianity. Anyway, why? Just because why I said that, I have to face a lot of abuse. One of their employees of the broadcasting section of Asiatic, which is Radio Shadhin, and his name is Rashnaf Wadud, he went to say that it is art and liberalism, and we should respect art, which I agree, art over religion at any time. But I had still one question unanswered. If today somebody in Bangladesh had to do that with Islam, would people still call it art? So why is it so easy to call it art with somebody else's religion? And just because I said that, I was deemed to be a fanatic. I was told I was stupid. I was told I'm not a good Christian. And I will prove it. I'll prove to you the comments and the racism I faced with the video, because I have all the evidence of the comments made towards me. We had this whole discussion where he, part of the privileged majority, trying to teach me, minority, and the Catholic about the Last Supper, which is just so humiliating. Am I going to go and teach a Muslim about his religion? No, that's wrong. You cannot teach me about my religion. You can probably make suggestions or ask a question. But what are you trying to say? Anyway, as a minority, I'm apparently not supposed to take offense to that. It gets worse. After that, I was having a conversation with my friend Stanley, saying that no matter what, minorities just never win in Bangladesh. Then out of nowhere, Radio Shadhin's assistant executive director, Mr. Mir Rabbi, comes up to tell me a Catholic, to lick ass and lick my way to Vatican and make Pope happy so I can spread my religion. Now you tell me, isn't that racism? Isn't that minority abuse, verbal abuse? If today I had to say that to a Muslim in Bangladesh, I would not live to see the next day. But that's fine. I'm a minority. I have no rights. I have no feelings. I'm supposed to take it just like that. And then it gets worse, because then he keeps on telling me that because I don't know my religion, they have the full right. The privileged majority has the full right to teach me about my religion, the Last Supper. They are trying to tell me that it's okay for me to laugh at their very cheap attempt to humor. But what they don't understand is how insulting and humiliating it can be, because somebody just told me to lick my way to the Vatican. Okay? So after this, I stood up to racism. I decided to expose it. Now, what happens in other countries, in a workplace, when one of their employees are racist, the workplace, the organization at least takes a step, at least issues an apology. It's not the organization's fault maybe, but the organization will at least ask the employee to apologize. Since I'm a minority, I don't deserve that. My community does not deserve a decent apology. Why? Well, everybody knows why. Because apparently we play the minority card. Bangladesh, a country where burning Hindu temples is a fashion, just in September, 200 Hindu houses were burned. Minority problems is actually a real issue there, and they're telling a minority not to take offense. Now you tell me, isn't that privilege? How different is that from what KKK tells people? That it's okay, we're good people, we're okay, but you have to agree with me. If not, you're wrong. That's what they're trying to tell me. And I put up a post. And because I mentioned the company, God forbid, the director, Neville Firdaus Hassan, one of the directors of the company, gave me this whole story about how I've used the minority card. So basically, minorities can't win, we can't say anything, we can't express our grievances, we can't do anything, we will not even get an apology for it. That is the state of minority abuse in Bangladesh, and that is how institutionalized it is in companies. If this was anywhere else, the company owners would get that employee to at least issue a decent apology. Now we don't deserve that, because apparently we're not human beings. And I have pictures of all the posts to prove what I'm saying, and which I will. So I hope people listen to this and understand that we are human beings too. You cannot tell me to lick my way to the Vatican to make the Pope happy. That's just, I don't even have to go to church and be a Catholic to find that offensive. Simple as that. And a company like Asiatic JWT shelters such racists. And then they tell the victim that they're using the minority card. And that is hurtful. Simple as it. It's just plain hurtful, wrong, and it is sad that nobody stood with us. Nobody. When you see the post, you will see how many Catholics felt bad. Conservative Catholics are supposed to feel bad. I had no problem with the content. I had a problem with the application of double standard. But apparently minorities don't even have the voice anymore in Bangladesh to express their grievances. So thank you, Asiatic JWT, for showing me where our place is.